Hello, Colin here from OpenROV HQ. So now I'm going to show you how to finish up your final parts of the internal structure with these shroud pieces. Okay, so by now you already have your Molex connector attached to your tether, everything's sorted out, you've calibrated up, you've already booted hopefully your e-chassis up for the first time, and everything's ready to go. So now what we need to do is take these shroud pieces, attach them to the rear, as well as assemble the vertical shroud. So first let's glue on the rear shrouds. Again, have your handy dandy acrylic cement and syringe applicator again. So these shrouds essentially line up with the rear just like that. So essentially the idea is that when you have your propellers, when they're inside right here, there you go. Make sure when you attach these on, there's a second bearing that this kind of goes into, so you don't want to knock that out. So essentially the shroud goes in right about here. Essentially you want to line up exactly with the propeller to make sure that it protects the propeller from hitting random things or things getting sucked into the propeller. So let's take this prop off again, and now let's glue these on. Let's take this applicator. So again, I think the goal, if we can show this like this, you want it to line up. You want the top edge right here to line up with that edge. So yeah, right now I'm filming this with a camera strapped to my chest, so it might be a little shaky and difficult to see, but hopefully this kind of demonstrates it all enough. So this is kind of tricky. So again, you want to do the siphoning method. Make sure that through capillary action, the cement is sucked through the entire joint. So I'm just going to deposit this. You should be able to see the acrylic cement just get sucked right up. Yep, and you can see, thankfully, it's because this is clear, you can see acrylic cement being sucked along the entire ways of that. So again, just make sure, watch for it, make sure it's centered, and then it should be good. There you go, easy as that. And then let's do the second one. Let's grab this one. It's the same thing. Again, you always want to be applying pressure at the same time, so make sure they're lined up equally. And then the same thing. Apply acrylic cement. Make sure you have enough so you can see it definitely suck up nicely. So this one was, make sure, and then apply pressure to make sure that if you let go, it sucks away. But if you apply pressure, then the acrylic goes up all the entire surface. So you want to apply pressure, hold it down. See that nice little bead right there of acrylic cement. So hold it down until it adheres nicely in place. There we go, and that should be good. So sometimes again, because if the curves aren't aligned perfectly, you won't be able to glue that entire surface. And if it's only glued on top and bottom, then it's not as strong. So you might, again, make sure and go. We can always go back again and apply more cement. Squeeze out along that edge to make sure that it is fully cemented. Yep. So then just remember, push down. There you go. So now it's definitely, obviously, see that nice line of cement being capillaried through that. Just gonna push down, count to, I don't know, whatever, until it dries. And that should be good. Cool. So now with that, we want to make the top shroud. So let's put this to the side. And with the top shroud, you can take this shroud cover piece, you can peel off that nice coating on one side. There you go. And then, so for this piece, essentially, you want this to be concentric with the inside side. So it's kind of a bit difficult to line it up, but you can feel, again, the inner diameter of the shroud should line up perfectly with the inner diameter of this as well. So you can use your hands to guide it around until it's centered. So the same idea, just kind of clamp it down, and then apply the acrylic cement all the way around. But again, slide around, but gonna use your fingers to make sure that it aligns up perfectly. And you want this. It's very important that this is concentric, or else it'll be difficult to install this on the top later. Here we go, and that should be good. Let's push down, make sure that it's still concentric on all insides. Push that over a little. Perfect. And that should be it. There you have it. So you have the shrouds attached to the vehicle as well as the top vertical shroud prepared. So the next step, I'll show you how to begin the final assembly of all the parts together so you'll have your complete happy ROV.